You ever sit at a cozy little cafe, just you, your coffee, and a stack of old photos you swore you'd organize someday? Yeah, that was me last Thursday. I was flipping through the years, birthdays, vacations, that one Christmas where we thought matching pajamas were a good idea. And somewhere between the pictures of my son's first car and my sister's big hair phase, it hit me. My hair? It hadn't really changed since my knees could handle high heels. Same trusty color, same trusty style. And honestly, it's been fine. Reliable. Like that friend who always shows up but never lets you order dessert. But looking at those photos, I realized something. While everything else in life had shifted, style, skin tone, even my coffee order, my hair color had stayed stuck in time, and not necessarily in a way that felt like me anymore. If you've ever had that little aha moment too, no shame. We're not here to reinvent ourselves from scratch. We're here to make a few smart tweaks that let who we are now shine a little brighter. Welcome, friend, to Glow After 60, where we believe beauty doesn't have an expiration date, and a little hair color refresh can feel like turning the lights back on inside your own story. Today, we're diving into something fun. 3 hair colors that make you look radiant after 60, and 3 to gently, lovingly sidestep. And trust me, some of these surprised me too. Grab your coffee, or your tea, or whatever keeps you feeling cozy, and let's get started. First up, a color that's basically like a built-in soft focus filter. First up, soft rose gold. You know how sometimes you catch a glimpse of yourself in a store window and think, who's that nice lady? And why does she look a little tired? Been there. Turns out part of that tired feeling isn't just the lighting or the 3 errands we tried to cram into one afternoon. It's that some hair colors, especially flat or too dark shades, can pull the light out of our face instead of putting it back in. Which brings me to soft rose gold. Now, before you picture yourself looking like a teenager on TikTok, hang tight. This isn't about neon or glitter. It's a soft, whispery wash of warm pink mixed with blonde or beige. And honestly, it's pure magic on mature skin. Especially if your skin's gotten a little cooler or a little paler over time. Hello, every winter since 55, a touch of soft rose can bring back that healthy, gentle glow we sometimes miss. I tried it myself last spring, thinking it might be too much. Spoiler, strangers started asking me if I'd been on vacation. Reader, I had not. Unless you count the clearance aisle at HomeGoods. Here's the twist. It's not that you need to look younger. It's that this shade plays nicely with where your skin tone is today, giving you brightness without shouting. And if you're worried about maintenance, don't be. A good colorist can blend rose gold into your natural base, so it fades gracefully, no harsh lines, no emergency touch-ups. Kind of like the grown-up version of highlights we wished we'd had in college. If you're thinking, maybe it's time, you're in good company. Soft rose gold isn't about chasing trends. It's about lighting up the beautiful, lived-in face you already have. Next up, a color that does the same magic trick, but in a way that feels even oathier and easier to wear. Next up, warm honey blonde. If soft rose gold feels like a gentle hug, warm honey blonde is like the best lighting you've ever stood under, except it follows you around all day. I used to think blonde shades after 60 were a gamble. Too light, and you risk looking a little ghostly. Too dark, and suddenly your hair has more drama than a soap opera. But warm honey blonde? It's that sweet spot. It's got a cozy, buttery tone that adds softness around the face without washing you out or making you feel like you're auditioning for a role you didn't ask for. Ask me how I know. And here's the kicker. Warm tones like honey reflect light better than ashy or cool tones. That means instead of fighting shadows on your face, you're bouncing a little glow back up where you want it. Cheeks, eyes, all the good spots. It also grows out like a dream, because when your natural silver starts peeking through, honey blonde blends with it like cream into coffee. No harsh roots, no panic phone calls to your stylist. The best part? It doesn't scream new look. It whispers, something's different, and it's good. If you've ever looked at your bathroom mirror and thought, I look a little sharper than I feel inside, this color can soften the story without rewriting it. And don't worry, you don't need to go full blonde. Even a few warm honey highlights around your face can do the trick. Next up, a color that works like magic and keeps things simple. Because let's be honest, none of us are trying to spend every Saturday sitting in a salon chair anymore. And finally, soft chestnut brown. If warm honey blonde is like cozy sunlight, then soft chestnut brown is like your favorite fall sweater. Classic, comforting, and always flattering. Now, true confession, I used to think brown meant boring. Like sensible shoes, boring. But the right shade of brown, one with a hint of golden or reddish warmth, can actually be one of the most radiant choices after 60. Soft chestnut isn't harsh. It doesn't flatten your features the way dark espresso shades sometimes can. Instead, it brings a natural, lived-in richness to your hair that makes your skin look healthier, your eyes look brighter, and your whole face feel just a little friendlier. Here's the twist. After a certain age, contrast can get tricky. And by tricky, I mean it can make your forehead look like it belongs to someone else. Soft chestnut gives you that beautiful middle ground. Enough color to define your face, but not so much that it draws a hard outline around it. Plus, it plays nice with silver strands. If you're starting to embrace a few natural grays, or a lot, hey, earned every one of them. A soft chestnut blend can create dimension instead of trying to fight them. Kind of like adding cinnamon to coffee. It warms it up without changing it completely. And let's be honest, anything that makes growing out roots less of a full-time job, sign me up. So if you've been feeling like your dark hair is starting to look a little heavier than you feel, or if your old blonde feels too bright, soft chestnut might just be your sweet spot. Coming up next, now that we've covered the colors that light us up, it's time to gently, kindly talk about the ones that might be stealing our sparkle without us even noticing. And don't worry, this next part comes with zero judgment and maybe a few knowing chuckles. First to rethink, jet black. All right, deep breath. Because this one used to be my security blanket too. There was a time when jet black hair felt powerful. Like wearing your best black dress. Instant polish, instant confidence. But somewhere around the time I started needing stronger reading glasses, jet black started feeling less chic and more, why does my face look so tired? Here's the twist. As our skin tone softens with age, and bless it, it's earned the right. Super dark hair can start looking a little severe. Instead of highlighting our features, it can drain the warmth right out of them. I remember thinking my black hair was making me look bold. Turns out, it was just making my laugh lines look like they were delivering a monologue. And the worst part? The upkeep. Every tiny silver strand stands out like a searchlight against jet black roots. Ask me how I know. Also, ask my poor hairstylist. If you're still rocking jet black and loving it, more power to you. Seriously, your hair, your rules. But if you've been feeling like your mirror's gotten a little harsher lately, it might not be you. It might be the color demanding all the attention instead of your smile. What to try instead? Softer shades of espresso, dark chocolate, or even a deep smoky brown can still give you depth without the heavy contrast. Think of it like switching from stilettos to chic flats. You're still stylish. You're just a little more comfortable now. Coming up next, a color that once promised to make us look glamorous. but sometimes ends up making us look a little, well, chilly. 5. Next to gently avoid, ashy gray. Now let's talk about ashy gray. You know the one, cool, almost silvery, looks stunning in magazine ads, usually worn by models half our age, standing under perfect lighting. For the rest of us, sitting under the buzzing lights at the grocery store, ashy gray can sometimes do us dirty. I'll be honest, when I first saw the trend of embrace your natural silver, I was all in. I thought, yes, dignity, sophistication, freedom from box dye forever. Cue reality check about 3 months later when I caught a glimpse of myself in a department store mirror and thought, why do I look like I'm auditioning for a Dickens novel? Here's the real deal. Ashy tones can make already cool skin look even cooler. Translation: pale, tired, and a little more library ghost than wise goddess. And when the hair color goes flat and shadowy, it can drag down the brightness in your eyes, your smile, your whole face, even if you're feeling fabulous inside. No blame if you tried it. I did too. And honestly, rocking a soft, natural gray can be gorgeous, but it usually needs a little warmth woven in to keep things lively. Instead of a super ashy gray, try adding soft beige, silver blonde, or champagne tones. Think sparkling Prosecco rather than steel beams. A little warmth can do wonders, bringing light back into your hair and into your skin. If you've ever looked at yourself and thought, I feel better than I look today, your hair color might just be one tiny fixable reason why. Coming up next, one last color to gently rethink, especially if your goal is to glow, not disappear. And last on the rethink list, Over-Bleached Platinum. Platinum blonde, the siren call of fresh, youthful, edgy. And, if you're like me, possibly the result of one too many late night, I need to change decisions in the 90s. Here's the thing. Super light, over-bleached platinum can look amazing on some women. But on most of us over 60, it tends to work a little harder against us than for us. Ask me how I know. I once spent an entire summer with hair so pale, my own grandkids used me as a flashlight reflector during camping trips. The real kicker? Over-bleached hair doesn't just wash out your skin tone. It also tends to look dry, fragile, and well, a little frazzled, even when you're not frazzled. It's like your hair is telling everyone about your errands, your grandkids, and your sleepless night before you even open your mouth. And the upkeep? Let's just say, unless you love spending half your Saturday under salon foils, platinum is not the low-stress color it pretends to be. Instead, if you love the idea of lighter hair, think about softer, dimensional blondes. Champagne blonde, buttery blonde, even sandy beige. They're still bright, still lively, but way kinder to your skin, your strands, and your schedule. Because at this point in life, we've earned hairstyles that fit us, not the other way around. Coming up next, we'll pull it all together with a few quick takeaways and a little reminder that the best fix isn't about chasing youth. It's about lighting up the woman you already are. So if you're sitting there wondering whether it's time to rethink your hair color, congratulations. You're officially smarter, not fussier. We've all been there, loyal to a shade that once made us feel unstoppable until it quietly stopped keeping up with us. But here's the beautiful thing. You didn't do anything wrong. You just evolved, and your hair's allowed to too. Whether it's adding a little soft rose gold glow, warming up with honey blonde, cozying into soft chestnut, or just steering clear of the shades that accidentally steal your sparkle. This isn't about fixing anything. It's about letting your outside match how alive you feel inside. Because guess what? Radiance has no age limit, and your best hair days aren't tucked back in the past. They're right here, waiting for a little light to find them. If you loved these tips, or if you just smiled because you've made every single one of these color mistakes too, hit that subscribe button for more chats just like this from Glow After 60. And let me know in the comments, what hair color made you feel the most like yourself? Until next time, keep glowing. My friend, you've earned every bit of it.